What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we have some very interesting stuff. We have the official V-Jump information. Now, this is not really anything new. We can see that in this top corner bit here in the red part, we can see we got the brand new Legend Capone, which we have already made a video about. We've got the Judge and the Brook, which were debuting alongside him for the Kizuna Sugo Fest. Now, when we had the information of the V-Jump, I wish we had this information sooner, because we would have had a lot more stuff to talk about. But yes, we do see here that the Capone is obviously coming, of course, and we have the Kizuna Katakuri, which looks amazing. But then below that, we have some stuff that was relating to the anniversary. Now, it would be really awesome if we had this a little bit earlier, but now we have the information, and it definitely puts into context a couple of things that we really need to talk about. So, the first bit of information, I will go and zoom into one of these things a little bit soon, but this first one just mentions about like a new prize bounty for the Alliance system will be coming, so we already know a little bit about that. I think this one here is talking about the anniversary website, and they're just going to be giving out lots of rewards, rainbow gems, etc. The new special Luffy character, of course, throughout the anniversary period, so nothing really special there. But then there's a brand new silhouette for number 4, so we can zoom in, and I mean, most people who know their One Piece characters would know exactly who this is, but we can talk about this a little bit further. We have the silhouette, and it does mention with the stuff all around that yes, this is a brand new Sugo Fest exclusive character. Now, we have seen an artwork that looks very similar to this. If we go over to the official website and you have a look at the banner, I wonder who that could possibly be. So, the brand new legend is going to be Legend BONNEY. So, I know that some people were talking about that in the comments section of my video about the anniversary website once we first got it. People saying, oh, I thought it was going to be Legend BONNEY, and well, it's still happening. So legit, we had Legend Capone come out for the Kizuna, then we have BONNEY coming out sometime between now and the 12th of May, because BONNEY is not the anniversary Sugo Fest. Obviously, the silhouettes that are in the back, they are going to be the anniversary Sugo Fest, but these other units are going to be releasing alongside BONNEY in some fashion. I don't think all of these units will be releasing as rare recruits. I think definitely at least one of these will be a free-to-play unit, and maybe one's a clash unit, maybe one's like an arena unit, and then the two other ones could be rare recruits, or one of them could be a rare recruit and one of them could be the brand new free-to-play Pirate Rumble season character. That definitely could be the play. So again, we'll have to wait to get a little bit further information about that. But yeah, BONNEY is coming, and someone did make a tweet about it. A Japanese player retweeted my tweet and mentioned the fact that this is likely going to be a Pirate Rumble Sugo Fest exclusive character. Previous to this, we had the legend release of NLV2, who also debuted on a Pirate Rumble banner and was very similar to Legend Capone here, where you could only pull him on those types of banners. So characters like Sanji Pudding and also Capone Crew or the Fire Tank Pirates are only pullable on Kizuna Sugo Fests, whereas like Rumble NL or like V2 NL is only considered to be pulled on Rumble banners. Now, BONNEY could be that same way. I don't like the fact that they do that, but it's a high possibility that that is actually the case. So in this video today, obviously we have this new BONNEY, and we don't really have much information to go off of, but I definitely wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions about potentially what this BONNEY could do, right? I mean, I definitely want you guys to talk about it in the comment section, but I've actually got a little notepad here, just talking about what I think this BONNEY could potentially do. So I think BONNEY has a good chance of being a Dex or a Psy unit. I think Psy makes the most sense for BONNEY, but the thing is we already have so many powerful Psy units in the game right now. I feel like it's probably not a wise idea for us to release another Psy unit. And if they are going to release another Psy unit, it probably would be better to make it one of the anniversary legends. But at this point, I do think Dex desperately require the support. All the other colors in the game are somewhat feasible to be used in a lot of content, whether it be GARP challenges or raid bosses or even Pirate Rumble, right? We know that Quick are very capable in Pirate Rumble. But Dex, on the other hand, are probably one of the weakest colors in the... Well, they easily are. They're the weakest color in the game in all facets, whether it be in regular content or in Pirate Rumble. They are just the weakest color in every part of the game, and I think they need to take a look at themselves and start giving them a little bit more support. And look, I don't think it's going to happen overnight. They're not going to just release one batch and Dex instantly becomes the best color in the game. No, it will take quite a long time with continual releases to improve this color. But what do I think that this character could do? Now, I'm just going off of the correlation of most other Bonnie characters in the game. Most other Bonnies are fighter free spirit. I don't really think it makes much sense for this character, especially in terms of the artwork, to change that in any way. I definitely think she should maintain the free spirit fighter classes. And as for the colors, definitely Dex or Psi would be my choice. Now, look, she could be a free spirit fighter captain. She could be a Psi or a Dex captain, depending on whatever color they decide to give her. She could be a quick unit. We don't know how it's going to work. So I think it would be cool if she was a free spirit fighter captain, kind of like in the same sense of Gecko Moria. I think I talked about him in another video another day, a couple of days ago as well, where I think it would be a really, really cool idea is that, you know, maintain the fact that she could be a super type character, but don't make her captain effect a color captain, make it a class captain, but still maintain super type, because, you know, super type, if you really look at it, it's just an additional special that you can get access to. I would be really, really happy with that. And the thing is as well with Bonnie, it would be really cool if they gave her maybe a bind or a despair removal utility effect in her captain effect. We've never had a captain that's resisted bind in their kit at all. We've had despair removal, of course, but we've never had bind removal. So I think it would be awesome if they just debuted this random legend and gave it bind removal as an inbuilt utility effect in the captain. That would be pretty epic if they did that. But also, most Bonnies are centered around healing and eating recovery slots because, you know, she's the gluttony, right? She likes to eat a lot of food. So it would make a lot of sense if she is a character that wants to consume recovery slots. So either giving her a recovery boost, but if they give her a recovery boost plus the same effect that Versus Big Mom had, where even if you hit a perfect with a recovery slot or a similar slot, she still consumes it. You still get the recovery effects of that despite hitting perfect. So if they actually combine a recovery boost on top of recovering when you tap perfect, that would be an absolutely dynamic combo that would be a huge asset to this unit. Especially if they add another effect that potentially increases the rate of recovery slots appearing, that would be really awesome. And, you know, if they did all of that, plus also made her a Psi unit, she would legitimately be one of the best combination units with V3 Boa Hancock, who is another super type character in the game. And that would be one of the reasons why I would like her to be a Psi unit, but, you know, as I've already discussed, Psi are already like one of the best colors in the game. So I think a combination of any of these abilities would be like an absolutely amazing captain effect. Scrolling down though for her super type, I think it would be cool if she did something like this, like a full board of recovery slots. Now remember, the rest of these things are keeping in mind that, you know, potentially this could be her captain effect, and if this was her captain effect, then this would be a really nice ability to get a full board of recovery slots, because she'd get a recovery boost, and, you know, every time you hit a perfect, you're healing, so that would be cool. But not only you get a full board of recovery slot, but maybe a recovery boost on top of it. So if she doesn't get it with her captain effect, then potentially give it with her super type, where it's like, you know, for one turn, double the recovery of all your characters. That would be pretty awesome. And then maybe another miscellaneous utility, whether it be, you know, if she doesn't have bind despair removal with this, maybe make it with her super type, or potentially make it like paralysis removal or special bind removal. Actually, that would be really cool. A special bind removal super type effect. That would actually be pretty epic. I would love to see that in a character. So, I mean, all of these things, Bonnie has really high potential to be a really powerful legend, so I'm just super excited to see what they're going to do. And as for her special ability, like, she could be a healer, whether it be it's like heal 50% of your crew's recovery, or like heal, you know, 30 times her recovery, or whatever it is. I think healing would be a really nice effect, even though if you gave her these effects, so she's obviously going to heal a lot, but if you just activate her special to get even more healing, that would be cool. Potentially giving you a full board of recovery slots if her super type didn't already do that, a recovery boost as well if any of these other effects didn't do that, but any other removal of defensive effects, because we know with Raid Bonnie removes, I think it's Rainbow Shield and Threshold, or it's increased defense and Threshold. It removes like 2 of the 3 really annoying defensive effects by 5 turns. So that would be awesome if she had an effect that maybe removed maybe 7 turns of increased defense, percent damage reduction, and Threshold. Like, that would be cool, just having a character that can remove all those different defensive effects by a large majority. And then bind despair removal. A lot of Bonnies have bind or despair, well, not a lot, but there are quite a few recent ones that actually have bind or despair removal, so that would also make sense if the legend version had like a better version of bind and despair removal. And maybe hunger removal as like a new mechanic, because we know hunger is quite an annoying debuff to deal with, but if you have a character that has a special ability that can specifically get rid of it, that would be cool. However, I feel this is going to be the same sort of reasoning as to why we've never had a character that just has a special that removes slot bind, because there's potential abilities for it. I feel like they would never introduce that mechanic into a special ability. So like for miscellaneous, I think a hunger limit break ability makes the most sense. And if Bonnie doesn't have a limit break ability for hunger, I'm dumbfounded. Like, she should have hunger. Like, it makes the most sense. Even the old school, the first Bonnie that released in the game, when it got a limit break or expansion, I think it was, got the hunger ability. So this character needs to have hunger. But as for the other abilities, there's a lot of other options. Pinch healing would make sense. Recovery bind removal would be really good. The new one that we've never had a tablet for, which if we go over to the version 11 update page, you can see that they're going to be introducing a tablet for this new ability, which is the like recovery reduced removal, whatever it is. I know that Raid Big Mom was like one of the first bosses that introduced this debuff. Essentially, when it's inflicted to your team, any recovery that you get from anything is cut by a certain percentage. So it could be 50%, it could be 10%, it could be 90%. It's quite a devastating effect. So if you can have a character with a potential ability that can just remove it, that would be cool. And then even like slot bind, because there's a correlation between her having slot bind, like all the other Bonnies, there's a lot of Bonnies that have slot bind removal. But I think hunger is like a definite, I feel like you should mark that in. But either one of these four for her other two abilities would make the most sense to me. But that's just like my kind of idea as to what Bonnie could potentially be. There could be some other new ability on top of that. Like, I think she's probably going to release after the update has come out. So potentially she could have like one of those new last tap abilities, which is, if I scroll down a bit, like right here, if this character attacks last, they get like a new effect, whether it be a cosmetic or an actual ability. We don't actually know yet. But also something with this update is the super change effect. So dual units will get an additional ability. Not all dual units will have it, but some dual units will have a new ability. And after a certain amount of swaps, you'll be able to activate this ability. And the thing about it is we still have all these other characters. Like we could potentially see like a dual unit Hawkins and Rogue, or like an X-Drake and Apu as a dual unit that might release alongside it. We'll have to see how it works, but I'm super excited to see what this Bonnie's all about. Confirmed, Legend Bonnie is happening. So that is going to wrap up this video. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about it down below in the comment section. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one, and if you guys did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.